Heung Min had one-on-one with Pope. Harry Kane had a great strike with his left peg that Pope saved with his legs. And so from there on, really, it was about Newcastle. And the game, particularly in the first half, was really open. And Spurs don't want to play an open game. If Spurs play an open game, then they're giving chances away. And that's why they lost 2 goals. You know, Newcastle with better decision-making and better passes in the final third could have had more than the 2 goals they got. Second half was a little bit laborious from both sides. Kane did score, as you saw. But I think in the end, Newcastle deserved the victory after the early chances that Spurs missed. So really for Spurs, they'll be thinking if they take the chances, then they can just play the type of game they want and keep it tight and just frustrate. But no, it ended up being an open game. And Spurs in an open game are just not equipped for it.
These are not big superstars. Yet they've been able to play this kind of football against a laborious Tottenham side.
And what of Spurs against the bigger sides then?
Their manager is a broken record whenever they play the bigger sides, talking about squads and transfer windows. They've been outplayed, outgunned, outfought, outthought, and generally have lost, apart from that Chelsea game where they managed to make some changes and come back. And I know Kulusevski's out, and I know Richarlison's out, but I just mentioned the 2 Newcastle lads that were out. The manager is a broken record every time they play these teams, and this game today has been no different about transfer windows and squads. I've just talked about those players for Newcastle. Were Tottenham in for the Callum Wilsons of this world when he came from Bournemouth? No, they weren't. Joe Willock from Arsenal. Sean Longstaff's been at Newcastle a while. Dan Burn. I mean, Nick Pope, good goalkeeper. But where's the excuses? Tottenham have not been outplayed by Man City in London. They've been outplayed by a very good Newcastle side. And the fans let that be known at half-time. Oh, they were booing. They were not happy. And I'm seeing the same old thing from Tottenham. Yeah, and I'll go back to this. Look at some of the teams they've beat this year as a generalisation. Yes, they've had the Champions League games. They've been beating Southampton, they beat Fulham, they beat West Ham. I know Fulham have been going well. They beat Brighton. They're beating all these teams, Leeds, I think it might have been, or something. All these kind of teams that are outside the top 6, maybe outside the top half.